This is an ongoing segment that we're doing, and if you have any ideas on future guests, please let us know by emailing me at district10@sanjoseca.gov. Now, I don't know if you guys know, I'm going to try to create new backgrounds every week to see if you guys know our district as well as I do. Now, we have some special guests in our district, and this is a picture that was taken yesterday at the Guadalupe Oak Grove Park. And these goats are here to maintain our weeds. Now, this is a program that I started last year. We brought in sheep and goats, and it's a great way to control weeds in our district, and we're glad to have them again. They'll be gone in a week, and I don't want everybody to rush over there, but they are there to help us control the weeds without, to prevent fires or what have you. So, but we don't want people to rush out there because we don't want people to get away from our social distancing ordinance. So visit my website here and check out the latest. I'm gonna update you on a few things that we talked about last time you were with us, but I just want people to be aware of a couple things. Our job fair, which is a virtual job fair on April 29th. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And you've got to register because they're actually interviewing people online for jobs. There's over 25 corporations who are hiring, and they'll be on the call. There's also information about boards and commissions. So if you ever wanted to volunteer for the Parks Commission, the Housing Commission, the Building and Planning Commission, those are all opportunities that are available now. There's actually 5 in the Planning Commission, and we're asking people to apply online. And you can get the information from my website as well. And the deadline is May 3rd. So don't be late with that one. So join us also on April 30th, where Matt Mahan, who just won his election in March, who will be succeeding me in District 10. I'm termed out, as you all know, and we'll have an opportunity to talk to Matt Mahan and the COVID-19 and how to get back to business. So he'll be my guest on the 30th. Now for today's guests. I've known Lori Thissen for a long time. Our kids went to school together, and she's a nationally recognized fitness specialist and master trainer. Lori has a long list of certifications under her belt, including Pilates, there she is, Pilates, yoga, silver sneakers, and Master of Balance, to name a few. Lori works with all ages and has geared her attention to work with those who may have pain, weakness, or physical imbalances. Welcome, Lori, and thank you for being here with us this afternoon.
Gosh, thanks for having me. This is very exciting. It's nice to be able to reach out.
Well, we've kind of been stuck in our homes, the shelter in place. A lot of people are actually binge watching, and I'm guilty of doing that too. I think I wore out my next Netflix account. At least, I'm getting my money's worth, that's for sure. But, with that comes a lot of, anxiousness, and some of us are dealing with stress from not having a job to go to, some financial stress. And I wanted to ask you, one of the reasons why we have you on is because I think you know some ways to deal with stress. Can you tell us a little bit about more of what you do?
So the way I handle stress is really by exercise. So there's been new research out recently that if you can rev your system up to the kind of, if you were to visualize it, the same level as the amount of stress that you're feeling in your body, it will actually help just burn that stress away. But then there's the other aspect too, where you want to be able to relax and stretch and kind of relieve the muscles from that tension. So exercise, you can go to both extremes, of course, and both of them will help to reduce stress. But definitely exercise has been my lifesaver, for sure, for stress.
So tell us a little bit. I've read off some of your credentials. What is Silver Sneakers?
Yeah, so that's a program for those over the age of 50, the senior population, and it's been a great program. Insurance companies help to pay for that and cover so that a lot of the senior population can go and get some exercise in because they know the value. They've really found the value of exercise and movement and that it creates a social environment. And so those are things that are very necessary within that older population.
Wonderful. And I notice you're in a workspace of some kind. Where are you joining us today?
Yeah, right now I'm in Cambrian. This is, as you can see, got a whole bunch of different tools available here. These speed bags, that helps with Parkinson's, if you believe it. Yeah, so it's great, a great workout, but we've got full round hill here, TRX, classes, one-on-one.
So
Yeah,
this
right
is your place, your place is you're talking about, right?
This is where I run classes and one-on-ones.
Wonderful. I remember you actually taught me how to do the speed bag. I've never done it before, and thank you for that. It was actually very, very stress releasing. I was stunned by how much stress it actually took out of me.
Yeah, so I've incorporated that with the seniors that I work with, and I have 94-year-old women who never exercised, and they're afraid to do that, to be tough and punch a bag. But I'll tell you, once they get going, they love it. It does something. You focus, the mental movement, and yes, it's really incredible.
Yeah, well, it's a great little workout, and thank you for joining us. Why don't we go ahead and start with some routines that that some of us can do from home, and then if some of us in the future, when we open up classes and where public can actually join you, what they could see, what you could lead them in.
Yeah, well, speaking of that right now, I'm offering online, at home, just dial in, register, and you can work out. You can get some good workouts in right now while you're at home, because everybody needs it now.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
Why don't you take it away, Laurie?
Okay, so what we're going to do today is try to work on relieving some of the stress that's brought on by the COVID-19 and being at home and cooped up. So what I put together today is some stretches for the three main areas that most people feel tension. So that's in their neck and their shoulders and in their back. So I was just going to step you through some of these exercises, and but the first thing that we always have to do is work on the breathing. So I'm going to actually go over that first, because then you get to implement that with the rest of the stretches. So what I prefer is 7-11 breathing, and there's a lot of varieties out there, 4 counts, 5, but I like the 7-11. We all think of Slurpees, but 7 counts in through the nose. And you have to focus on a nice, slow, solid breath, and you're breathing in for 7 until you cannot get any more air in your lungs. And then you exhale out the mouth and you blow out for 11 counts. And so what that'll do is you're counting 7, you're breathing in slowly, you're filling the lungs up completely. And then as you exhale out the mouth, that helps to purify some of this, chaos in the body, and you blow it out and you relax. But that 11 count makes it go a little bit longer, so you have to push out a little further and actually really get rid of some of the used air. So we'll go ahead and do that if you don't mind. You're gonna do it?
Let's do it.
Okay. I lost the screen, I can't see you right now, but so I'm gonna go blind. All right, so you're gonna inhale through the nose. So sit up tall first and close your eyes if you'd like. Breathe in through the nose, count to 7, nice and slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then exhale out the mouth 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that's the breath that you're going to be doing to relax. Now, if you happen to get high blood pressure before you visit the doctor and it reads really unusually high, you would want to do that breath at least 3 rounds before they take your blood pressure. It's been researched and it actually is supposed to lower the blood pressure. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and do some stretches. So first of all, I'm going to do these first few rather quickly because you should know them or have seen them, but you're going to breathe in. You're going to lift your chin, pull the stomach in and sit up straight with your spine. Drop the shoulders, and then we're just going to turn our head to one side as far as it'll go, back to center, breathe in, and the other side, and exhale out the mouth. And back to center and breathe in. So again, we'll do the other side. This is a cervical rotation, back to center. Breathe in through the nose, exhale the other side, and then back to center. So that just gets the neck loosened up a little bit. Then we'll do the cervical side bend, so you're sitting tall. Breathe in through the nose again. On the exhale, drop that ear towards the shoulder. And just try to let the head hang, and you should feel a pulling down the opposite side. And then breathe in through the nose and lift the head back. So you always want to go back the same way you got into that stretch. So inhale. Tilt the head to the other side, drop the shoulder, little pulling sensation. Try to drop that ear close to the shoulder, and then bring it back up. Good. So we've seen those before, those are pretty common. Then we'll do the cervical extension, so that's basically, you're gonna look up. Now here, I do something a little different than I think most, well, more often than what I hear out there. You're gonna lift your head up. When it's up there, you're gonna push that lower jaw upward even higher. So that at the end, you squeeze it up and you'll feel that stretch down the front of the throat. All right, so inhale again. Lift the head first, drop the shoulders, and then you'll push the chin up like you have an underbite, and then back down. Okay, so that's going to help with that. The flexion, which is where we go ahead and lower our head, dropping our chin to the chest. So when we do this stretch, you're going to want to make sure that the shoulders are dropped. And then breathe up. Inhale. And then go ahead and lower the head again. Do a little extra push downward with the shoulders and feel a stretch. And then lift the head again. So those are very general stretches. Now we'll go into the anterior skating stretch. So what that will work on is the front of the throat. Now, if that's tight and you work a long time at a desk, say, you may be tucking the chin and it may be getting tight. Well, what that can lead to is if this is tight, your head drops, your posture rounds. And so you end up, if you continue to do that without going back to reverse it, you'll end up a little more hunched than you want to be. So with that said, go ahead and take one hand and you'll put that above your collarbone on the muscle right there. And then you're going to look over to the same side. You're going to breathe in through the nose. On the exhale, you're going to look up. Now you're going to drop that shoulder as you're looking up, and you should feel a deep pulling. And then you can hold it for, it depends. Normally, we're gonna hold these stretches a little longer than I'm holding them, about 30 seconds each, and then lower, okay? And then you bring your head back to center, all right? And then we'll do the other side. So if you're doing these along with me, it's great practice just to make sure that you're feeling those muscles working and they're pulling. They should feel like they're pulling. All right, so deep breath in, hands on the collarbone, keeping your chin nice and square. You're going to just turn head first, then drop the shoulder down away from the chin, and then you're going to lift up and look up. And if you're pressing downward with the shoulder, you should feel that stretch. A deep breath. Now you would normally hold it for about 30 seconds, but we're not holding it that long because I don't think I have that much time. And then lower, and then bring the head back. Good, so go ahead and roll the shoulders out. I like to do that pretty much in between most of my stretches or exercises. All right, so our next exercise, we're going to do the upper trap stretch. So that tends to be right back in here where we get really tight. So if you're one of those people who crouch your shoulders up, you're gonna feel those are the muscles that are tight. So this is a great stretch for you, for most of us. So what you'll do is you will sit on a hand, or you'll put a, you'll grab a weight. I tend to grab a weight and let that pull down my arm. But you'll sit on the hand, and then you'll tilt your head to the opposite side. So you'll tilt it over. This shoulder, the reason you're sitting on the hand is because you're trying to pull that shoulder down. So then you're going to drop, tilt the head to the opposite side. Breathe in. And then you'll take the hand and gently put it on top of the head and let the weight of the elbow and the hand just rest as it pulls it down. So you should feel a little bit of pulling, deep breath. You should feel that area that tends to get tight if you're crunching those shoulders up. So breathe in again and lift. And then we'll switch sides. So again, either weight in that hand or the shoulders getting pushed downward, but you're locking it low. And you'll sit up tall and breathe in. And touch that ear to the shoulder. And then again, we have to remind ourselves that we've got to keep the shoulder down. So sometimes when we tilt here, we bring the shoulder up. So stretches are, there's a lot more thought that should go into them. So breathe in, and then go ahead and reach up gently. And just first of all, let the weight of that elbow, let the weight of that hand pull down. You should feel that stretch. Now, you're being careful that you're just not jerking the head over real quick, so it should be very gentle. And then breathe in through the nose and release. Again, go ahead and roll the shoulders out. All right, so we have one more neck stretch. So this one is right along the, we want your chin to stay straight this time, and you're gonna turn the head to the side, drop that shoulder, drop this shoulder, and then you're gonna tilt the head downward. Now you should start to feel a pulling all through the back here. But you're going to start to drop down as if you're looking at your elbow. Now remember, this shoulder you're pulling down while this head tilts downward at a slight angle. Hold it for about 30 seconds normally. Breathe in. And let's lift back to neutral and then back. Okay. let's do the other side. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drop, sit on the hand, deep breath. So again, the spine is straight, chin is lifted, and then you'll look to the side first. Drop the shoulder. Taking a deep breath here, and as you exhale, you're gonna lower the head at an angle. And then again, you may have to remind yourself to drop the shoulder again. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, drop a little deeper if you can. And then go ahead and lift and turn the head to center and go ahead and roll those shoulders out. So I can't see the screen. Are you still there?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm actually doing all of these with you.
I'm going to do something I probably shouldn't. I'm going to see if I can get you on screen. Okay. Darn, I can't. Okay, so now we're going to do some shoulders. So just a few with the shoulders. And these you've seen before. So you'll take one arm, you'll drop that shoulder down, straighten the arm, and then bring it across the body. So this is a typical stretch that you see, but we don't always go into detail. So what you'll want to do first is breathe in real deep, drop that shoulder down, okay, then you'll put the hand across, supporting that arm, and as that shoulder's down, you're going to pull this across the body so that you can feel a stretch right on across. Deep breath in. And pull a little deeper if you can. Sometimes if you're okay with this stretch, you can also bring that arm all the way around. And you may also feel a little stretch through the back. So let's go ahead and switch. Again, drop the shoulder, slight bend in the elbow, and then bring it across. So you're going to drop that shoulder again. Exhale and pull a little deeper. So as you exhale out the mouth is where you're going to intensify your stretches. Good. And then we'll just do one more shoulder stretch. This one I'm going to actually turn to the side so you can see. It's a chest stretch, but it's going to be pulling the shoulders back, and your shoulder blades will be pulling together. So you're going to sit at the front of a chair with a back that you can grab onto, or you can use your hands. So your hands are always available, so those are a good way to start. All right, so you're going to clasp your fingers, sit up really tall. The spine is straight, your chin is lifted, and then drop your shoulders. Okay, so that's something we're not normally told to do. So drop the shoulders, then go ahead and reach the hand back as you turn the shoulders back. So deep breath. And if you can extend those arms a little further away from you, then go ahead and do that. Deep breath in, fill the lungs up. And then exhale and you can relax. And then we'll do it again. Deep breath. Drop the shoulders. Pull the shoulders back and the shoulder blades together while you lift the chest. So it's almost like you really want to puff the chest out and then pull the shoulders back. And release. Now, as you can tell, that actually addresses a lot of areas, not just the shoulders. So that's a great stretch. If I have time, I have 3 more. A lot of people have sciatic problems or piriformis issues, and so I'm going to show one stretch that I actually think people should do every day. Because I work with people who are so tight in their hips and back that they just shuffle. They're not even loose enough to really flow their legs. So this is really important, maybe not as we're young, but as we age. So I hope you can see my feet. I'm going to sit up in the front of my chair. nice and tall. I'm gonna take a deep breath in before I start and roll the shoulders. So one more, inhale. And exhale, lower the shoulders. So I'm gonna take my leg and I'm going to take it across. Now, if you can bring it all the way up, then go ahead and do that. But not everyone is loose enough in the hips to do that. So if you're not, you can hold the pant leg. You can get a little stool to rest your foot on, or you can just hold it. So you'll sit up tall here. Now, often people feel like they really have to get that knee down, but you don't want to force it. You want to feel some pulling in the hips. You'll feel it in the lower back and in the glutes. So no need to force it right now. Deep breath in, sit up tall, drop those shoulders. And then with this straight spine that you have right now, you're gonna lean forward and keep your chin lifted. So your back is still straight and your chin is lifted. So this is a stretch that you can do, you know, while you're out at lunch or at the dinner table. No one will know because they can't see your leg underneath. You could even rest your elbow. So lean forward though and feel that stretch. Deep breath in and then collapse. So now drop your head, round the back, and you'll feel a deeper stretch, or the stretch will actually change. Taking a deep breath here and slowly exhale. Inhale and roll it back up. And we'll take that down. So normally we would do that a little longer or maybe a couple of times. But if you could feel that stretch, it's telling you you need it. So deep breath in, drop the shoulders, pull the abdominal muscles in, keeping them nice and strong. Now with that straight back, you're gonna lean forward. Now your chin doesn't drop. So if your chin drops, it means you're actually rounding your back. So your chin stays looking forward. Deep breath. So yeah, you could do this stretch having a nice dinner conversation. Inhale. And now collapse. So you'll feel the stretch change. It'll start to move up the back a little bit more. And then go ahead and roll it up. Okay. So then we're going to go into a twist stretch. So this will help just kind of keep us fluid, going from side to side. So you'll sit at the front of the chair and put those feet underneath your knees and sit up tall again, straight spine. And then we're going to take that right hand, reach for the chair, if you have one. If not, you just reach behind you. And you're gonna do a little pull, and then the other arm also will reach, and try to get it to reach as far as you can. So deep breath, you're just gonna twist that rib cage over, so hopefully you're able to look at the side, the wall. Deep breath in, pull a little more, and then turn your head a little extra far if you can. And then inhale, and as you exhale, then you're going to come back to center. And then we'll do that on the other side. So deep breath in, roll the shoulders, push them down, stomach is in, and then go ahead and reach behind. And then with this other arm, it's going to try and join it. So you're breathing in. Go ahead and pull that shoulder back, twisting the rib cage. Taking a deep breath and see if you can get that chin to turn a little bit more and look a little further behind you. And then roll back to center as you're exhaling out the mouth. And then we have one more, which is really, really good for those people sitting at a desk all day. Well, I guess we're on a sofa. Either one is good. So you're gonna scoot to the front of your chair, bring those legs out really wide. Now here, you want to make sure that your feet and your knees are matched. They're lining up together, okay? So you don't want your knees in and your feet going outward. So everything's lined up together. Sit up tall and pull your belly button in. Lift the chest and drop the shoulders. Okay, now this is going to be a nice back stretch. So let's get the palms of your hands on the knees and drop those fingers forward. So first you're going to start with a straight spine, pull the stomach in and lean forward with a completely straight back. So breathe in through the nose. On the exhale, see if you can keep your back straight and go down a little deeper. Typically we can. And then try that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Now, at the end, we're going to drop the head, let it hang, and then drop the shoulders, roll the back. And you're going to start tucking your tailbone under and then stack every vertebra up on top until you roll up to a nice, straight, solid back again. So we'll do that one more time. Let's inhale through the nose. Stomach in, lean forward with a straight back. Now you should feel those inner thighs too. Deep breath in. Go ahead and drop here on the exhale. Now tuck the tailbone under and then round and roll up, only one vertebra at a time. So when you're doing that, you're feeling all the muscles that are supporting the spine get a little stretch. And then walk those feet back. So we'll start by rolling those shoulders out. Now for shoulder rolls, these are a great start, but to get really some great pulling in there, you want to push them forward, breathe in, push them all the way up, and then push them all the way back, and then all the way down. Now at this ending position, you're probably at you've probably got great posture set up. So your back is probably straight, your shoulder blades down, and the upper back might be nice and flat or comfortable, neutral. So these are good exercises to end with because that puts you in a great position to kind of go about the rest of your day. So I think that's about it. I like to end with a little deep breathing, so we'll do that if you don't mind.
No, go right ahead.
Okay, we'll take a deep breath in, reach up and count 7 through your nose. Reach higher if you can, feel a stretch in the back, and then exhale. Now when you exhale, pull those hands behind you, elbows behind you, and feel the stretch in the chest, and bring it down. And then we'll do that one more time. Inhale up. Reach a little bit, side to side, stretching out the waist, and then pull it down, and then roll the shoulders. And again, up, back, and then all the way down. And I think we're done for the day. I think we have some afternoon stretches.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, you know what? It feels a lot better. I feel a little more limber, and I didn't even need yoga pants. And I'm glad the audience didn't get to see them. So
Younger dog in no time.
Well, thank you, Lori. And we're going to look forward to having you on again. I think we're going to do another show with you called Neurofitness. And we'll look forward to scheduling that soon with you. Thank you for joining us and helping us stay limber and healthy. And
thanks for having me.
I have one. Oh, thank you, Lori. I have one question that came in for you in particular. It's how can we get in touch with you for one-on-one coaching?
Oh, on my website, www.theramedics.com, or the phone, 408-688-6438.
Okay, terrific. And the other question is, could you tell us more about the neurofitness class?
Neurofitness, so that's more recent. I've been teaching it actually for quite a while, but that is, research has shown that if you challenge your brain in different ways, that you can actually promote more dendrite and neuron activity, and you can kind of hold off on memory loss. So I've done these exercises for quite a while, and I've also in my program have incorporated coordination and reflex, speeding up the reflexes. So it's a physical along with a lot of mental challenges and almost like puzzles in a way. Great, it's a lot of fun. You'll get your fitness exercise in, you'll get your brain fitness in. Yeah, stay tuned.
Yes, we're excited to have you on again. And again, thank you for sharing with us this afternoon. Any more question from my staff? Any more questions come in from any viewers?
We've answered most questions, and we will send you any more questions if they come through.
Great.
All right. I also wanted to thank Jana and Amal from my staff for hosting on a Sunday afternoon with me. Thank you all for your hard work, my hardworking staff in District 10. And as a reminder, please join us on Thursday at 7 p.m. With Councilmember-elect Matt Mahan, who's actually going to take over in January as District 10 council member because I'm termed out. So looking forward to seeing all of you again. Thank you for joining me and have a wonderful afternoon.
You guys have been great. Thank you.